threat, shoot, dribble, pass, maybe cover ball.
What's up, sports world? I am Jordan,
I'm Nap.
and this is Triple Threat.
So let's get into just basketball overall, what's going on. So we got the Chicago Sky who just started back practice. We got both rookies in Caitlin Clark and also Angel Reese who are about to ramp up back with their seasons. How do you feel the second half of the season is going to go, at least for the two rookies?
Oh, it's about to get turned because, right, they got to make their case because we got Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese up for Rookie of the Year, right? I'm rooting for Angel for a lot of reasons. But I think they're going to ramp it up. I think we're going to see Caitlin Clark become more, because she better have been practicing. You know what I'm saying? Her and Angel better have been practicing on this break because all the other vets, they're coming back hyped, already have been worked, and they winners. So they hyped. So it's like Caitlin better been practicing. I hope that she tunes up her turnovers. I hope that she tightens up her passing. So that she can actually make that case. I think she's putting up good numbers, but I feel like if you're shooting up as much as you're turning over the ball, I don't think that's a good rookie claim. So I'm more so on Angel Reese's side. I hope she turns it up. I hope her rebounding goes even crazier during games, and I hope she gets a little more showmanship about it. I think she could brag more.
For sure.
I think that she can boast more. She's in the city for that.
Yeah.
Because it's Chicago, we keep showing her love and telling her to get bigger. So I hope she turns it up, and I hope she takes it all, actually. I hope she takes it all.
I just want it to be fair, to make it fair.
Yeah.
Let it be a fair run. And at the end of the day, we go off who just had the better season overall for their team and also individually. Mm-hmm. I want everything to be accumulated into one thing. So, and then I'll be good.
But I think the Sky be beating. I mean, the Fever beats the Sky more often. So.
Yeah, so that's why we got to base it off other wins against other teams, and then we're going to go off that alone.
Absolutely.
So, bold prediction, who do you got for the championship? I got the Aces.
Yeah.
This is just not hard for me.
All day,
I got the Aces.
But I don't know. You know who I like? Who is that? Seattle? I like them. I like the way they play. They're clean. They play fast. They're a great team. They communicate
they're pretty
well.
stacked. They're pretty stacked as a team.
I see them coming out of that. The Aces are always a favorite, but I'm rooting for Seattle.
I got the Aces winning.
Yeah.
I got the Aces all the way.
I'll root for Seattle. They play August 16th. They play the Dream. So that's a good team. Yeah.
Should be a good game for sure.
Absolutely. And 2 days after that, the Fever. So back to back.
Okay.
Yep.
Those are two good games. The games worth watching, actually. We might just be talking about the results of those games really, really soon.
Heavy.
But since we're on off seasons, because we wouldn't consider the WNBA off season right now, but they are at a pause. But the NBA is at an off season. So as far as big trades, I have two that I want to talk about, and I want to really get your opinion on it for sure. And the one trade I got, or signing, should I say, is Paul George to the 76ers.
Right.
How do you feel about that? Do you feel like, because we just talked about Joel Embiid, his work ethic and things like that. Okay, He gets a Paul George. Right? He already has a Tyrese Maxey. He already has the role players that you would need, much so to get a nice run in the playoffs. What do you see from them this season via that trade, or via that signing?
I think on paper it looks good, but I don't think it's going to translate to them beating the Celtics. I don't think it's going to translate to them beating even the Heat. Like, work ethic wise, I think they just put two lazy people together, Paul George and Joel Embiid. It's like some days Paul George wake up and realize he's heavily talented. Yeah. Like, he realized he can get to the rim and can't nobody stop him. And then other days he act like he don't know what it look like.
I agree he's not as consistent. And he has one of those careers where it's like, he's been an all-star multiple times. He's played for Team USA via the injury, but just haven't really seen much from him that would just make me feel like, oh, this was just the exact player that Joel Embiid needs to put the 76ers over the hump. Just don't see it, honestly. It's not something I see.
I didn't see it with Kawhi. He had a man who, gives us all to a team, can make, points happen, all of that. Take the final hit. Paul George is a clutch. He has a clutch gene, but He didn't do it with
Yeah.
Kawhi. Like, why didn't he do it with Kawhi? Like, that was the whole purpose. When he got traded for the Clippers, it was like, yes, something exciting, right? Another LA team too, but they sat over there silent for like 5 years together.
Yeah.
So,
They were a two-headed tandem of inconsistency.
yes. So, no, I don't see nothing out of it. I think we're going to have some nice little highlights, maybe some alley-oops.
Yeah. So I know I told you that I said I had 2 trades,
Or
but it's a
second.
small one, or a signing actually. So it's a small one that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see how you feel about it. So via trade-wise, Harrison Barnes was sent over to the Spurs,
Mm-hmm.
but also Chris Paul was sent over to the Spurs because he was waived by the Golden State Warriors. How do you feel about the experience that may happen with Wemby over there with an older Chris Paul and also with the seasoned Harrison Barnes,
Yeah.
I would say?
I loved it. I loved every second about reading about that because they got the point guard with Wemby. Like, he's about to do some things, show him some things, show him how to read the floor too, because Wemby's big as hell, but he's fast and he's smart. So him matching up with Chris Paul and Pop, come on now, it's Pop. Like, they're one of the greatest coaches, right? So yeah,
is Pop.
with the vet, it's gonna I'm gonna see some nice little plays with the Spurs. Chris Paul, but he still is killing with assists, passes. Like, that
Chris
man can make a shot happen. So he's like Rajon Rondo. You know, Rajon Rondo wasn't big on points, but he was gonna make a play happen through his assists, and I love that about Chris Paul. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that I agree with you as far as Wemby learning how to read the floor more, getting the experience from somebody who really knows how to play the point guard position. And Harrison Barnes was just an add-on for me. Like, I mean, once DeMar DeRozan signed over there, it was just one of those things where it was like, you know. Once DeMar DeRozan went over to the Kings, it was like, do they even need Harrison Barnes? No, they don't. Right. So they sent him over to the Spurs. But I definitely think it's going to be a good experience for Wemby if he gets a healthy Chris Paul. And I don't think this is going to be one of those things where, like, we're going to see the Spurs go for a playoff run or something like that. It's just more so like ramping Wemby up more and more to the NBA, giving him more experience with people around him. And then, you know, you gel. And then you give off that same thing. So, yeah.
Was Chris Paul should be healthy. He didn't really play. I'm just being funny. But
He didn't really play.
So he should be pretty healthy.
He didn't really do anything.
For Wemby, you know. But I do see them going to the playoffs, though. I don't see how they could fall out of the play-in qualification enough to not be in the playoffs. Like, I think they'll qualify for the play-in and even probably make it out.
Okay.
Because who is their competition at this point? It is the Timberwolves.
Dallas.
Okay.
You got a couple. You got the Kings. They're now, they've gotten stronger. They have a DeMar DeRozan. They're stronger. You gotta add them.
But they didn't come.
That was last year. This is a whole new team. We're revamping. We don't have old Harrison Barnes.
I mean, DeMar DeRozan's a dog. Don't get me wrong. I love him. I wish he never left. But come on.
And then you also still got people like Denver, who's just they just got to get healthy.
I forget about Denver and Utah, really.
They
But again, that still leaves the Spurs in good standing.
They quietly signed my boy Russell Westbrook, so yeah, that was a thing. That was a good thing. But not to go into that signing, but I wanted to go into the big signing that I wanted to talk to you about. Klay Thompson, now playing with the Dallas Mavericks.
Crazy.
How do you feel about that? He's now not a splash brother, and if he is, he's a distant splash brother. He's like a stepbrother.
Right. He's
like
now an in-law.
It's definitely almost like an in-law.
Right. What a legacy, first of all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them for getting 4 rings together. So yeah, it was sad in that way because I saw all of that, and it was nice to watch Golden State come of age like that. I remember when I first realized Golden State was a threat was actually when I watched Steph Curry like cross over Derrick Rose in a game, and I was like, shit, who are they? So yeah, he could shoot too, so it was incredible. But seeing them now like split is like the end of a dynasty. So, you know, nostalgia kicked in, but I'm excited to see what the hell he gonna do in Dallas with Doncic, Kyrie, him. You know, it's the same. I mean, he's used to playing with other stars, having KD with him, Draymond, all his other brothers. So it's like he's used to a stacked team with superstars.
Yeah.
He know how to handle the ball and handle that. I'm looking forward to him also not having to work so hard because he's injury prone. So as long as he's strong and healthy, you saw where the Mavs went last season. So I'm looking forward to them actually repeating and maybe even going further because I like Kyrie. So I'm rooting for Kyrie. So take him there. Take him there, Thompson.
For sure. I could see Clay having a better season this year because he's now not under the Steve Kerr offense that he's been running under for the past umpteen years.
Right.
He's not running with his same brothers, Stephen Curry, and that'd be Draymond Green that he's been running under since he's gotten to the league. He's now with two players who are pretty free when it comes to playing basketball. They also assist just as much as they score.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that being running under a different offense, along with playing with two different players that are ball sharers, along with being heavenly scorers, it's just going to be a whole nother look for him, and it might be a better light versus the light he's been walking in since his injury. So I definitely see a better season from him, probably even a better season for the Dallas Mavericks, actually.
Yes, absolutely.
But it's all on paper for now. We won't know until they play.
Right.
Same old same.
And it's a small trade. We got that guy Giddey from OKC. Chicago Bulls got him. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
What did the judge think? What did the judge think? Nobody knew.
Right.
No, but honestly, I was sad because I own a Caruso jersey, so I'm a big Caruso fan.
Man.
And Josh Giddey is just like, I got hope for him. I hope he does well over there. We have done a lot. We have done a lot to not make this team look good.
Man, every year.
We let go players. We sign people that shouldn't be here. It's just, but I hope Josh Giddey does well. I hope he does well with the rookie that we just drafted at number 11. I hope they gel together. I hope I'm in hopes for something to look like something.
Okay.
We had stars over here and we didn't do anything. So.
Right. True. Oh, well, we'll see Chicago. Step into the South for a minute, though, seeing Chicago, them Bears.
Them Bears. Something has to happen from those guys.
Yeah.
We need some hope in Chicago. The Sox actually just finally got over their 21 losing skid when they beat the A's.
Oh,
so
my God.
We're just going to keep it there.
Crazy. 21. They have, I think, didn't they break the record?
No, they actually didn't. When they won the other day, they actually...
Okay, they evaded it.
They avoided the record.
Okay, cool. That's crazy. White Sox. Okay, we're not seeing nothing from White Sox, nothing from the Bulls.
Nothing.
So all our hope is in the Bears. What the Blackhawks been doing? They used to never disappoint us.
Yeah, it's getting to a point. We got to figure it out. We got to figure it out somewhere.
Right.
I'm ready to almost not be a fan. I don't know. I'm a probably start looking into water polo or something. Start getting into
rugby.
Like, I don't know, like you know.
Well, we do
dirt
got
bike racing
Chicago
or something
Sky.
like
So.
that. Yeah, we do got the Sky.
They're not winning. They just exciting. Sorry to say, y'all.
So before we close the show, I definitely wanted to ask you a question, and I want to get your opinion on this. So the power rankings just came out for the NBA, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go top 5 that they got for the West.
Okay.
And you tell me how you feel. And this is in complete order.
Okay.
So 5, we got Phoenix. That's KD and company.
Okay.
4, we got Minnesota. That's Ant-Man and company.
Yeah. Okay.
3, we got Dallas. You know, that they just added Clay, so the team is, refreshing. 2, we had the Denver Nuggets because they did have some injuries last year, so a healthy team might look like the team from 2 years ago. This might be a championship run again. Mm-hmm. But first, we have the young core, OKC, after they just made this signing with Alex Caruso. Mm-hmm. Also, Hartenstein. We can't forget the big man that came from New York. So.
And they still have our guy Shy, right?
Yeah.
I agree. That's a hard list, though. It could go either way. Any one of them could be.
I feel like that's
an intense list, though. I feel like the Timberwolves should have ranked higher. Now, they also have the 6th man of the year, too.
This is going to make you feel indifferent about this. Mm-hmm. Guess who's at 6?
Who?
The Pelicans. What? Exactly.
Okay. Right.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
So my feelings about this power ranking is like, so first of all, I really can't see how can you rank some of these teams. I guess we're going off who they signed, who people kept, how they feel about players, coming up off injuries or coming off the season they had. So I guess I could see them saying things about Phoenix being better, but I mean, Phoenix being at 5 and they only added Mason Plumlee, Tyus Jones, and Monte Morris. That's not really like,
That's not depth.
it's more like 8 to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Right.
more like 8. Like,
Right.
But I mean,
What was their record?
their record last season.
Mm-hmm.
So their record last season was 49 and 33. It's not bad.
Okay.
They didn't win 50 wins, but 49 wins is not bad.
Okay.
So, but top 5, I don't know.
Yeah.
The Pelicans were 49 and 33.
Nah.
Have their team injured.
Right.
Like, you get me?
Yeah.
So like, I really don't know.
Yeah.
As far as the Western Power Rankings, I just think we're going off what looks good on paper right now. So I'd rather just see it happen.